Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Twitch. I know this is not our usual landscape. It's a little bit different. I'm excited about it though. So this is my first ever Twitch stream. Fully had to move from YouTube to Twitch because shenanigans. But I'm so hyped to be here, y'all. This is gonna be good. So I just bonked my microphone with my chin. So we have a little coding stream today. So it's very laid back, nothing crazy. I forgot to add everybody in my Discord. Oh my god. That's so cringe. There we go. Okay, they all know I'm live now. That's cool. All right. So, hopefully y'all have been well. Last 2 weeks, as stated in my last video, has been just a little bit insane and off the rocker. But in between that, I've been coding my visual novel, which I also talked about. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm really excited. Okay, I have a Google Slides presentation first that we're not gonna get, too far into. Because then we're just gonna, open my code and go for it. I think it's sitting at almost 1,000 lines of code right now. It's kind of insane. Alright, let me see. Yeah, okay. Well, that's my entire OBS setup. Okay. Here's our character that we're working with today. So there are 6 characters that are going to be dropped in the initial build of Neon Knights, as we all know. And I'm so hyped to work on Poco because Poco I just get to have fun with. There's not a whole lot of seriousness about her character until the second act. Nothing crazy really happens with her at first. It's kind of just you as the main character dealing with her antics, which is kind of fun for me to write because I don't have to take it too seriously. And also I'll poke around the current build of the game and kind of show you guys what it looks like. I'm really excited about the combat system I worked on. Oh, who just followed? Hold up. That's so exciting. Red, thank you for the sub. Oh, it's not subs over here, it's follows, and then sub is the other one. I'm not used to this at all, y'all. I am out of my element. Speaking of element, okay, can I talk about Streamlabs for a minute while we have this pulled up? So Streamlabs is intensely goofy, and it's also probably why my chat is not working on my end, at all. So I can see it in, the mobile studio. That's fine. It's just, I can't see it in my actual stream and OBS setup for some reason. I am never immune to scuff. It goes cross-platform, I swear. Oh, man. Yeah, so this is the character we're working with, Poco. These are the 2 outfits that we're working with for her. They're already designed, and I have sprites for all the individual characters. It's like playing dress up, basically. I just draw new clothes, and then I dress up the characters with different expressions. But currently, the characters don't have expressions yet, because I didn't get that far along. When I do, different art streams, I'll show my process of making, expressions and outfits and stuff, and making new characters. That'll be fun. But, okay. So these 3 backgrounds here, I've been going back and forth on which of these I actually wanted to use for my background for Poco's bedroom, because you actually do go to her house in I want to say it's the second act of her story, but I can't remember. It's first or second. I have it written down somewhere, but I can't figure out which one of these backgrounds I want to use for her, because I feel like they're all pretty good, and they all have that pinkish vibe that we're kind of going for. I just don't know which one to use, really. I'm pretty sure it's more of a night background, so I'm between top one and bottom one. I don't know which one to go for, though. Yeah, so we know this one's probably out. Because, I don't know, it doesn't feel unhinged enough for this character. Because once we kind of, tap through her dialogue, she's pretty insane, to be honest. Hang on, I don't think my pop filter's adjusted correctly. Okay, now it is. Hopefully I sound like a little bit cleaner. Okay, so I'm still hesitant between these two. So we'll end up coming back to this, I think. But yeah, these are the two outfits. I'm so excited. I think I showed both of the outfits in the last stream, but I could totally be wrong. I want to say I was. All right, here we go. Welcome to the massive amounts of code. Oh my god. Okay, so the game is running currently, which is good, and I probably do have to go back and clean up like a lot of this at some point. First thing that I need to do though, I really need to go like through this code and just do these little hashtag things. So if anyone here hasn't coded in Python before, which it's very easy language, but it also can't do the most. But it's used a lot by like the RenP engine uses Python, which is what I use to make visual novel projects. So these hashtag things, they have absolutely no effect on the game. They're just so you know what you're doing in your code. I don't know if it's the same in other languages, but I need to go through and just do a bunch of those because I'm like almost 1,000 lines in and I have not made like a single one of these. Like maybe two. I don't know. I haven't like combed through it enough, honestly. So yeah, we just gotta go through this slowly. So I have like the game starts out here, very nondescript. Let's throw one in here that just gives basic exposition. Okay, this is getting really long. Pretty sure I could just break this into 2 lines. And then you just have to add a hashtag after every single one of these so it like looks readable. Okay, that's our basic paragraph of exposition, I think. Let's keep going. Okay. Okay, that looks fine. At least I think it does. Oh, that is the wrong one. Okay. Too many indents. Yeah, coding is a very weird process. Like, ever since I started, like, it feels so odd, especially when you don't know things. The amount of typos I've made in this engine is absolutely wild, and I do not catch them until I, like, send the builds to my friends directly. It's my absolute fave. Okay. Okay. I think that's enough exposition. Okay. I feel like an extra line of dialogue needs to be here. I feel like this dialogue interaction is just vaguely awkward. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay. That feels a little bit better. Because it kind of explains, like, where we're going and how we're getting there. This is the stuff I get to do whenever I write. It's just me constantly recalculating all of my decisions I've made over the last, like, multiple weeks, every 4 sentences. It's my fave. Oh, okay. This is one of the rare instances where I actually did do a code note. Ah. Okay, there we go. Why? Okay, why did all of this turn black? Or white? The other one? Okay, I feel like main character probably shouldn't know too much. God, writing dialogue is so odd. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, we are so back. Sorry about that, just had to take care of something. All right. Okay, one of the weirdest things about writing dialogue, to be honest, is just like, it doesn't ever feel like there's a right way to do it. And whenever I edit it in real time in the script, like, it always comes off weird on the first try, and then by, like, the third time I rewrite things, it eventually will turn out okay. And then I still feel like something's wrong when I go back to it later. It's such an odd feeling. Or sometimes I just, like, I fully will entirely forget about, like, I will fully forget about dialogue if something bigger takes away attention from that. Like, okay, fun little coding story while I finish writing this. One of the weirdest things that I had to code was the combat system for this game, because it's very RPG-esque, I guess is the best way to describe it. And while I was coding it, it was like everything broke at once. Like, just immediately, everything went out the window. And I did not know how to fix it. So it's kind of just one of the weirdest things about Ren'Py is if you mess something up, like, for example, like if I throw a colon in here and then I save this, then I go to Ren'Py and attempt to launch it, then it'll show like a gray screen showing that something broke. Now imagine this, except there's like 10 more statements and I do not know what happened. That is what happened to me. I want to say this was 1 or 2 days ago, where I was working on the combat system, and then it just entirely broke. And I had like 9 different spots where something went wrong, either for variables or spacing or labels or whatever. And I just kind of like sat there for almost an hour trying to figure out what I did wrong, because I was using like a demo that somebody else did for like an RPG-esque combat system. And I was using that as my base to kind of rewrite and go off of. And then things were just, like, wrong everywhere. Like, this is why I hate using demos, because I just get everything wrong all at the same time. And then I'm just like, wow, I suck. And then I bounce back, like, maybe an hour later, and then we're totally fine. Yeah. It feels like coding block is taking over at some points, and I can definitely tell that whenever I read some of this dialogue back. I'm like, oh, I can tell that I was sleep deprived writing this. Yeah, this is probably... I'll write a little note in here that this is probably going to get a little bit more dialogue. Okay. Let's move on. Like, before I give lore drops and deep expansion to the main character, I want to make sure that the basis of the game is explained, if that makes sense. Because I'll do all the world building stuff afterwards, and then this will probably end up adding like another like 100 to 200 lines of code of just more dialogue that explains our main character. So here, why don't we actually, let's save this and just kind of go through the intended route of the game. Because, fun fact, nothing in this game actually breaks off yet. So, fun fact for anyone who has not written visual novels, the way a visual novel is written is there is usually what is that called? It's the graph with the lines and the circles, and you, like, go to each option. I think it's called a flow chart, but I think that's what it's called. And that is basically how you write a visual novel, is everything breaks off of itself. So you have, like, one introductory scene, then you pick a thing, and it'll make you do this. You pick something else, and it'll make you go in this direction. If you go in this direction, the game ends. If you go in this direction, you get the canon ending. And it's basically just a long-ass flowchart, and that's how visual novels are written. Like, I have a picture somewhere. I will pull it up for next stream, because I don't know if I have it in my computer or not. But I have an entire flowchart of just Poco's character arc, and it's so long because you have to break everything off into different pieces, and you have to have, like, different art and stuff, which is why visual novels sometimes take forever. But so far, this hasn't broken off, like, at all, I don't think, because everything either loops back on itself, or there is, like, arbitrary choices that let you see the characters as you want to see them. Okay, let's just hit start. Let's go. I'm gonna see if this is visible on screen, because if it's not, I can badly narrate it, which would be funny. Okay, no, it looks readable, I think. At least I think it does. I don't know. It might not. I'll just read it. This won't be, like, too dramatic of a reading, because I'm very tired. Neo City. It's the place where the sun never shines. Neon lights take place of every form of natural light in this town. It makes the whole city glow like nothing I've ever seen before. Coming from out of town, I didn't know what to expect in this wild west of a metropolis. Come in, trainer. Also, small thing, I'm really proud of that I found this font, because I'm not gonna lie, it kind of gagged the girls a little bit. Like, it's really good. Curtains rise on this gorge background. So, okay, fun fact about the backgrounds, they will be changed later, because I got these for, like, $8 off Etsy. And I will eventually change them for, like, commissioned artwork that better suits the characters. I just needed, like, a background to start with that looked okay. Okay, let's continue. The office I'm in is stunning. Is this normal for the interior of rooms in the city? There's our guy. There he is. Okay, so let's give a rundown on Mayor Hugo real quick, because he is not a playable character yet, and he probably won't be for a very, very long time. I feel like he would have to be, like, a 2.0, like, special edition type of character, because he's kind of like the guide in the beginning of this, so I don't know if I'd want him to... I don't know if I'd want him to actually be the out-the-gate playable character. Dr. Hugo Jarviston, Mayor of Neo City. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Did I spell that right? Or is that just me? I'm reading this as an O. Oh, no, it's A. Okay, yeah, no, it's A. I'm just being a little bit silly. On behalf of the citizens of Neo City, I wish you a warm welcome here. I'm flattered that you've decided to take up my offer to come onto the team. Oh, my apologies. I never got your name. What was it? All right. We're naming it Chat. We're naming it Chat, because I've used my name like 50,000 times to bug test this thing. We're using Chat. Chat, how lovely. Well, Chat, I'm happy to have you here. As you're probably aware, we need some out-of-city help for this year's training process for the Neon Fights tournament. Yes, I am. Why did you need me, though? We lost a few of our most prominent trainers due to this year's gimmick of the competition. What was the gimmick exactly? As a celebration of our decade of winners, we allowed some of our former winners to compete in the tournament this year. Therefore, we lost half a dozen of our best people for the job. Oh, wow. I imagine that is the meme of Eureka from Season 9 of Drag Race. When Sasha walks in, she just goes, Oh, wow. That's it. That's the meme. That was not a thought I had while writing that, but I'm leaving it in just for that. Okay, continuing on. Speaking as a former winner myself, it's exciting to get to see the older legends back again. It's no holds barred in terms of entry. The contestants had to pass several rounds of auditions in order to get to the selection phase. Okay, something I'm now noticing while reading back my own dialogue, because you have to do this a lot. I don't know how I missed this, but I'm now realizing that I haven't given a massive explanation on the neon fights themselves, because they're kind of like important in the entire plot. So maybe I should do that. Let's go back. Okay, so right here should be the history, because I don't want to get into like the training and stuff if we don't even have a basic outline of what the competition is. A tournament. Bro, I cannot spell in... I can't spell when I'm coding Python, apparently. Okay. We're gonna hope that doesn't get too long. I don't think it will, because it would all just pop up under the same dialogue box. Okay. I think that's a decent enough bit of information to provide. At least I think so. Yeah, let me read that back real quick. Let's make it clear that this is a pretty high-stakes event. That should not be spaced. I love catching typos in my work that I don't catch until I read things like 3 times. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. At least I think. Here, let's go all the way back. And then save right here. And then let me save the code. And then go back in, and we'll see how it reads. Okay, so load right here. And then we'll skip this again. Okay, so right here is where it should be different. Chat, how lovely. Well, chat, I'm happy to have you here. I suppose I should recap the pamphlet of information you were given for the job. 11 years ago, Neo City established a tournament where the best wrestlers, brawlers, and more could throw down for the once-in-a-lifetime chance for riches, fame, and recognition around the world. Every year since its start, we've had one competitor win the tournament out of thousands of entrants and go on to make Neo City a better place and known worldwide for their fashion, fighting, and charisma. It's a fairly basic concept as far as a competition is concerned. It's a way for Neo City citizens to come together as a once-divided city for some entertainment unique to them. Hundreds of thousands come every year from outside of Neo City to partake in the festivities which are rapidly approaching. That's where you come in, chat. As you're probably aware, we need some out-of-city help for this year's training process for the Neon Fights tournament. Okay, I don't think that sounds too bad. I'm gonna add a couple other lines in here. Okay, that makes sense, at least I think. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Because then it sort of magnifies the scale, almost, I feel like. Okay, let's try quitting it again. And then rerunning this. Load right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so 11 years ago, Neo City established a tournament where the best of the best wrestlers, brawlers, and more could throw down for the once-in-a-lifetime chance for riches, fame, and recognition around the world. In each fight, two competitors charge head-to-head at one another and fight until the bitter end for the chance to advance to the next round. The cycle repeats until the final round leaves only two competitors left. God damn it. Left to fight until a knockout, in which a final champion is chosen. Every year since its start, we've had one competitor win the tournament out of thousands of entrants and go on to make Neo City a better place and become known worldwide for their fashion, fighting, and charisma. The competition has grown every single year, with attendance numbering in six figures, with millions watching worldwide. It's a fairly basic concept as far as the competition is concerned. It's a way for Neo City's citizens to come together as a once-divided city for some entertainment unique to them. Hundreds of thousands come every year from outside Neo City to partake in the festivities, which are rapidly approaching. That's where you come in, chat. As you're probably aware, we need some out-of-city help for this year's training process for the Neon Fights tournament. Yes, I am. Why did you need me, though? We lost a few of our prominent trainers due to this year's gimmick of the competition. What was the gimmick exactly? As a celebration of our decade of winners, we allowed some of our former winners to compete in the tournament this year. Therefore, we lost half a dozen of our best people for the job. Oh, wow. I still can't fucking get over that. Speaking as a former winner myself, it's exciting to get to see the older legends back again. It's no holds barred in terms of the entry. The contestants had to pass several rounds of auditions in order to get to the selection phase. What does that entail? It's a short process where you get to pick a contestant that piques your interest in terms of their skill, potential, fashion, and abilities. So chat, do you need to know anything about the Neon Fights tournament? Okay, so this is just a looping menu choice. So these first two just take you back to the menu, and then the last one progresses the story. I was so proud when I first made this menu. I was like, fuck yeah, I did that shit. It was like maybe 20 lines of code. Calm down. Okay, we'll start with tell me about the fashion just so I can read this back. In terms of fashion, we have to talk a bit about Neo City's history. The reason that Neo City is powered by neon lights and doesn't see the sun much is due to our geographic location. The location we stand in now was long thought to be uninhabitable, but through the innovations of technology, we made it work decades ago. Now millions travel here to experience the city, but we didn't have much in terms of tradition or festivities. We weren't known for much at first. After the establishment of the Neon Fights tournament as a yearly event, we didn't know how to make it too distinct at first. At the first ever Neon Fights tournament, the entire stadium was blacklit. We all wore neon color outfits as a way to represent our city and the great things to come, and it stuck like glue. Ever since, people have dubbed the fashion as Neoncore. We became a pioneer in fashion, with new brands opening their doors in Neo City, like Teddy Bear, which actually sponsors the event now. And also Teddy Bear will come back later, because a lot of the characters do wear the logos, which I'll have to make a concept art sheet for that. So if you see a neon outfit in the spirit of the game, you know who it came from. So chat, do you need... Okay, this part just loops back. Okay, let's do tell me about the fights themselves. You'd be surprised how many people are able to give such a detailed rundown of the city's history of violence, wrestling, and street fighting alike. For the sake of brevity, though, Neon City's councils tried... Neon City? I can fucking talk. Neo City's councils tried to organize things for the community that lived there to come together over, but every option seemed to fail. When I became mayor, I also noticed our growing violence rates. They weren't prejudiced either, it was just violence for the sake of violence. Perhaps it wasn't the most ethical solution, but I established the Neon Fights tournaments, its parameters, and more to do with its initial conception. Also, that's another typo. I love finding these. This dialogue has been in the game for, like, literally ever. There we go. Many called me crazy, and some even asked me to join the tournament as proof that it could be a feasible thing. Tens of thousands came to watch the tournament and ended up seeing me win it 11 years ago. So yeah, there's your little lore drop. Hugo was the first ever person to win the tournament. Okay, so now I think I've got it. This progresses the story forward. Great, if you're all caught up in the history of this tournament, we can advance to the next step. As a trainer, you get to choose one fighter of your own volition to take with you to the top. You only get one chance to pick the right one, so don't fuck it up, okay? I understand, Mayor. Alright, chat, let's go. Next area. Here we go. As I move with Mayor Hugo to the location where I'll make my choice, I think about all the people I get to meet. There's a bunch of names in people's mouths, and I can't say I blame them. Lots of high-profile individuals have disappeared for a little while now, and the rumors say they made the cut. I've heard possibilities of the talents in the tournament this year. They're supposed to be the best that the tournament has ever seen. Everywhere I went on the way to Mayor Hugo's office, I can fucking talk. The talks and murmurs on the street had different performers, celebrities, and fashionistas interlaced with the talks of the tournament. It feels unreal, almost nauseating that I get to be a part of this. I'm sitting next to the first winner of the tournament right now. I try to tune out my emotions for the rest of the side. Okay, not necessarily a typo, but just straight up the wrong word. I try to tune out my emotions for the rest of the ride on the way to the final auditions for the tournament. Welcome to another background. Ooh. Welcome to the training facility. Here you'll train your fighter to be the best they can be in their prime condition for every fight that they go into. Well, that's a tongue twister. Well, I suppose I should let you meet some of the contestants that pass the final rounds of the auditions. I'm thrilled. There's quite a few of them here to choose from. Some of the trainers already got their first picks of their trainees. So how many are left? Only a few. I can introduce you to some of them. Okay, something to also clarify is that the next character that you're about to meet has a southern accent, and I will not be doing that. I refuse. I will not embarrass myself on my first Twitch stream more than I already have with my chat not even working. Hugo. Where did that come from? Hello there. A large lion makes his way over toward us. If it's who I think it is, I might lose my mind. There's our guy. There he is. Ooh. Alan is going to be the second character route that I work on because we're doing Poco's first. I don't know. I've been thinking about if I should do Poco or Alan, and I'm kind of split. We'll have to figure it out. Good to see you, Alan. So, both of these options, they do not loop. They are mainly just options that let you sort of see... They let you interact with the characters as you wish to. So, you can be more formal, or you could be, like, more blunt. Okay, so we'll go with hello there. Alan Astra, I presume? In the fur. Nice to meet ya. Chat. I'm so used to using, like, mine or my friends' names in this, so using chat is so funny to me. I do not know why. Ah, excuse my manners, chat. What brings you here? They're one of my new hires for trainers. You're speaking to one, darling. I'm in the fights this year, though. What made you want to do that? Everybody needs to kick back from leadership every now and again. I missed hustling with the best a little bit, so I'm happy to have another chance. Too bad I'm not competing this year. We could have had a rematch at the first ever tournament. First. I love catching random typos. Okay, so this should be like line 270 or something. Somewhere around there. There it is. 278. Okay, got that one fixed. You know I take you down, Hugo. In your dreams, old man. We're both in our late 40s, Hugo. You're both almost double my age. Now we both feel old, chat. Yeah, I looked at my YouTube analytics just for fun to see if that was actually accurate, and yes, these two are double the age of my median audience of 18 to 25. I like you, chat. I'd stick around longer, but I ought to get going. Great, if I have any questions, I'll be sure to ask you. I'm here anytime, hun. Great to meet ya. Good seeing you, Alan. See you around, Hugo. Alan's one of the more fun fighters you could pick. If you choose to do so, I'm not sure if you would want him, but he's a safe bet. Okay, I don't like how I wrote that. That just sounds like he was like, oh, by the way, he's a bitch and we don't like him. Yeah, no, Alan's supposed to be a rather likable character. We'll go with talkative. Because later in his story, he definitely is. There we go. I feel like that makes a lot more sense. He won the second tournament after all. He sure did. I'm hoping that he can return to that former glory. There's a chance. What about the other competitors? Well, I suppose you could meet another one. Who's the tiny one with the pink hair over there? Here's our girl. Here's the first one we're coding. There she is. Hey, I might be 9, but I'll break your knees and take your money. We'll just do the formal ones for now, and then we'll go back through, when I'm editing more of this later, and we'll go back through and do the other ones. We'll do pleased to meet you. Name's Poco. What's your stranger? By the way, I feel like I envision her having, like, a Brooklyn accent for some reason. I do not know why, but I feel like she would have a Brooklyn accent. Chat, nice to meet you, Poco. I guess you're okay. Poco, respect the trainers. They're here to help you win. I know, but you gotta be a little mean to them, just so you know that I'm not some pushover kid. That's definitely a typo. Hang on, let's go find that. Let's see. There we go. Found it. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, you should see me fight. I'm a master thief and a good fighter. Poco, it's probably not a good idea to bring up your criminal record when trying to get a trainer to pick you. You're right, I guess. Well, good luck with the rest of these bozos. You know who to pick if you want to win. Is this a real child or a teenager in the body of a 3rd grader? Yup, see you around. If you want... Ooh. I just, like, tried to talk, and then my throat said, no, you're not. If you want a more chaotic experience, I suppose Poco could be the trainee you pick. Are there any other options? I think Kiara's still available if you'd like to talk to her. Sure, why not? There she is now. Kiara. Oh, fun fact about Kiara. So she is going to be the 3rd one that I code. I go back and forth on Poco and Alan, but the rest of them are pretty set in stone. I remember I sent the initial sprite for Kiara to one of my friends. It's one of my mods in my Discord server. I just sent it to her, and she goes, wood, next question. I'm just like, alright then, great, lovely. We won't change shit. Okay, let's keep reading. Okay, so also Kiara is like a very short person, so this dialogue's a little easier to read through. Oh, hey. Hello, nice to meet you. This is Chat. They're one of the new trainers. I wanted to talk to you. Cool, nice to meet you. Hi, Kiara. Great to meet you. Yeah, for sure. She seems pretty reserved. What do I even say? If you want to pick me, go for it. Or don't. I'll keep my eye on you. I know that Kiara isn't the most outspoken of the bunch, but don't let her conversations fool you. I sort of gathered that from our interaction. She's come close to winning a couple tournaments these last couple of years. Maybe this is the one she takes. Perhaps. Who else do we have? Oh, here comes the next person to meet. Hey, Charlie, we have a new trainer for you to meet. Oh. Okay, so Charlie is the fourth one. I also sent this to a different one of my friends who is not in my server. And they said, would next question. I love my friends. Oh, perfect. Hey, my name's Charlie. What's yours? Chat, pleased to meet you. I'm kind of just going with all the top options because they were all meant to be kind of like the same perspective almost. I don't think I've seen you around here before. Are you new? Yeah, I am. How do all of them know that I'm not from here? I could tell from a mile away. I assume that you aren't too familiar with me then? Actually, I am. Okay. Bro, we haven't even, like, mentioned names of people. I feel like that's a massive contradiction. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. Change that up a little bit. Oh, lovely. I try not to be too intimidating, but I've also had at least 3 cups of iced coffee at this point of the day. We need a whole reserve of coffee just to contain him. Yeah, you do, and I would have it no other way, Hugo. I know you wouldn't, Charlie. He seems like the nicest one aside from Alan, maybe. Well, I should probably get going. I have to make my next choreography sparkle for the show. I'll keep an eye out for you, Char. Good luck. Charlie runs off to go finish the choreography. I'm standing here a little bit off guard from that interaction. Wow, he's a lot. If you need a hype man or a fun time, just go to Charlie. He's got you. Noted. Who's next? There's a few left, but I know one you'll want to meet. Oh, Lucy. Alright, so Lucy is going to be the 5th character that will be coded. It's funny because I put, like, all of these in order except Poco and Ellen because I keep fighting in my head over which one I want to do first. But yeah, so this is Lucy. Hello, Hugo. Nice to meet you too, chat. Are you 2 friends? Sure, you could say that. We're more colleagues than anything. I see Lucy give a Hugo a look that says to shut the hell up. Anyways, Lucy is my attorney and helps me with many legal cases for Neo City. Oh, cool. I'm honored to do so, Mayor. We probably don't have to dwell on you for too long. Yeah, there isn't too much to me aside from being a good wrestler and lawyer. He's the definition of brains and brawn. Oh, don't flatter me too much. Well, I guess we should finish meeting the rest of the contestants. Good luck out there, Lucy. Thanks, Mayor. I'll put my time to good use. These 2 really do feel like good friends. Alright, I've got one more for you to meet. She's actually quite similar to you, chat. She's also from outside of the city, but working in journalism. She probably had a butt in there. Just so that way, just so it makes a little bit more sense. Where is it? I like... right around here. There it is. Almost line 700. It's crazy how fast, like, coding goes. What's my battery? Oh, wow. I need to plug my computer in. Be so for real. Me thinking that my computer's fully charged and it just simply is not. That's just a little bit silly and potentially goofy. Alright, let's not start electrical fires. Let's plug this in properly. There we go. Okay. Great. Back to what we were doing. Okay, so we fixed that typo. Back we go. Oh, really? Hello there. Ah. Oh, sorry to startle you. I'm Hannah Amada, journalist for the Neo City Narrator. Do you have time for some questions? Oh, why did I write that line twice? Okay. Ignore that. Yeah, that was a duplicate line for some reason. There we go. Sure, why not? Fantastic. To start, are you from Neo City or from outside of the city? I'm from outside of the city. I see Hannah scribble down my every word as it comes out of my mouth. Are you partaking in the fights, or are you a trainer? I'm a trainer this year. What about you? Oh, me? I'm a reporter and a fighter. Hannah's been working in the press for the tournament for a few years now. I sure have. Next question. Have you set your sights on any particular candidates for the neon fights yet? I don't want to give Hannah an answer that might hurt her feelings. She's a fighter as well, after all. Can I say no comment for that one? Of course. That's all the questions I had for you, chat. Great. Thank you for your time, chat. Of course, Hannah. Well, that's all the contestants I have left for you to choose from. They were all pretty electric. That's to be expected in this competition. The flashiest and most talented is the victor. So, chat, choose your fighter. So then you get every single option. Fun fact, I am working on coding a screen for this. Now, I am a dummy dongo brain and do not know how to code screens yet. Okay, that's a lie. I know how to code screens, but not in the way that I want to yet. Because I wanted to make this similar to like a fighting game select screen. And then it's kind of like a fighting game visual novel in a way. But the problem is I do not know how to make that into a screen yet. So I'm going to ask, I'll probably ask the RenP support and just be like, yo, can somebody help me? Because I deadass do not know how to do advanced screens like that. So we'll just click Alan for now. Hell yeah, let's get to work. I don't think there's any actual dialogue to this yet. But this is what the combat system will eventually look like. Obviously with like updated bars and stuff. But this is the vibe, you know? Like this is kind of this is the goal. So the way that the mechanics of the game will work is in the fights, if you win, you get to advance further. If you lose, you get a bad ending. And then you get a different bad ending in the final fight if you lose, and you get the good ending if you finish every single one. And then there's other endings in like different like intermission sections that give more lore on the characters that also give you different endings that don't result in you losing the tournament. So that's gonna be so fun, honestly. I'm really excited about it. But yeah, so for example, there's gonna be the snack mechanic, which is healing basically, and then the goal is to make it so that snacks actually will give you more health if you eat them. Like if you decide to level up your snacks in training or make more snacks. And then if you fight, then the hope is that you were training your fighting stats and then you do more damage. So you kind of pick and choose based off of who you're going against. So for example, if I hit fight, Poco goes take this, Bozo, and then damage dealt is 2 HP. And then Alan's health bar goes down. And then Alan does 4 damage. And then if I fight again, he's going to get me at 21 of 30 health. So we're going to eat a snack, just like Mom makes. Which, yeah, Poco's mom is actually kind of an integral part of the story, which we'll talk about her when I start coding Poco's intermission and, like, story bits. So we'll eat another snack to try and get our health up. And I believe each snack is 5 HP. Yeah, it's a 5 HP. So you just kind of go through this as you wish. I might end up nerfing the first fight only because, oh my god, like, I don't know if you guys are seeing these health bars too well, but oh my god, they're, like, wrecking Poco shit. Like, I've eaten so many snacks, and Alan is just decimating Poco. I am out of snacks. It's so Jover. Yup, alright. So then, if Poco loses, it says, better luck next time, kid. And so the time with Poco came to an end with no victory. So that's what it would look like, and then it would go into like an ending screen with like different art, and it would be considered like a different ending for the character. So I think that's everything I have to show at the moment, other than the other endings, which we'll go back through in another stream, just because I wanted to run like one base moment first, and just kind of get through the initial plot and run through typos in that section. But yeah, I haven't done like an outro thing or anything, so it kind of just goes back to the main screen, which doesn't have like any GUI yet. Because like I wanted the inner parts of the visual novel to look okay first, and then do the GUI later once I'm working towards like a public release, if that makes sense. But yeah, so let me close out of this and then resave the code. Okay, there we go. So the code is saved. But yeah, so it's over 1,000 lines right now. It's probably, I don't even know how long it will eventually be because of how many endings there are per character. But the game right now is like 50 megabytes, so it probably won't be a big game in terms of file size, which is good because I tested that out. I was like, oh, I want to see like what does the file size actually look like on this, and it wasn't that bad, which was kind of nice. Like initially I was like, oh, is this gonna be like multiple gigs? Nah, it was like 45 megabytes. Like I could send it through Discord with basic nitro. Like it was not bad. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun making this. Like I'm glad I get to kind of show it off now. And then here, let's go back to the other screen because I think that's enough. I think that's enough basic coding and running through the game for tonight. And then when we come back for another coding stream, I'll have some work on Poco done probably, and then show off some more work that I've done on her. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see that. Let's go back. I have not figured out like proper commands for OBS yet. Like I've been trying so hard and it just like has not worked. Oh, Yoshimitsu is still on the board. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, here, let's get him off. There we go. Okay. He's not on the board anymore. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's a whole lot more for me to go through at the moment. I would code a little more, but I do have some schoolwork to get done. So this was kind of just more of like an introductory stream than anything to what my coding looks like, what I've been working on. And yeah, I think I should probably start a VOD channel, honestly, because I don't want to upload a bunch of VODs and then everybody gets irritated when they're getting constant pings of my streams. So maybe we'll start a VOD channel and just throw everything on there. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But yeah, so I think that'll do it for today. Also, hopefully for next time, I will have a functioning chat box. I see the outline on my end. Like I see where it is. It's just like it's not there. Like I don't know why. That's so odd. So yeah, I'll have to try and fix it using Twitch alerts and stuff. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I hope all of you have a lovely rest of your night. Thanks for stopping in, hanging out with me, and just seeing what's going on. And yeah, if that's everything I got, I think I will see you guys in the next stream. I'm hoping to do one Sunday, I think, and it'll probably be an art stream. Maybe more coding, not too sure. Maybe a combination of both. Maybe League, who knows. But I'm hoping to stream Sunday night. But yeah, I think that's going to be it from me. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Goodbye, everybody.